To actualize the intention of developing a business-friendly environment, the following commitments are now very high strategic priorities. First, for the sake of stability, we have a tax code that is simple to enforce, consistent, fair, and predictable, that lasts at least 3 years. This is one commitment that I undertook when I made contact and I had a conversation with the American Chamber of Commerce. Secondly, we are committed to align our institutional framework for data protection with a global regime of global cross-border privacy rules framework. Third, we have eliminated VAT on exported products and the tax on stock-based compensation for employees of startups, as well as domestic equity requirements for ICT companies have been removed. Again, these are a raft of commitments that I did undertake to make Kenya a destination for the kind of companies that you run. You can now operate from Kenya into the region, provide services across the region without paying any additional tax. There was a requirement before that for you to set up in our continent, you needed to partner with companies in Kenya to the extent of 30% of equity. We have removed that requirement because we realize that the ability or capability of some of the companies locally to have that kind of resources may not exist, and therefore it served as an impediment. Further, we also give our undertaking to comply with the OECD's two-pillar solution for digital services tax when it enters into force. I believe it is also necessary at this stage to underscore our commitment to the re-engineering of our country's special economic zones and export processing zones with the intention of making them the most competitive in Africa. The strategic mission is to accelerate the flow of foreign direct investment by simplifying processes and removing procedures and regulations whose only purpose is to create unnecessary barriers to investors. We are further clarifying and rationalizing land regime to make access to land in our special economic zone and export processing zones expeditious. It is also useful to bring to your attention the fact that CCI Global, an American firm operating Kenya's biggest PPO out of Tatu City, Kenya's leading privately owned special economic zone, is presently doubling its workforce to 8,000, with a plan to further increase it to 12,000. This will enable CCI to serve American corporations, including United Airlines, Spirit Airlines, JetBlue, AT&T, and Shipped, thereby giving very young Kenyans between 18 to 24 the opportunity to develop and provide the highest level of customer service skills. Thanks to CCI, its American clients, Kenya's famous hospitality has gone global, and we commit to take all necessary measures to make Kenya even more attractive for BPOs. Safaricom is developing a partnership with Apple to integrate M-Pesa and its PayPal platform to extend M-Pesa's transactional reach globally. And this has nothing to do with Ambassador Whitman being the ambassador of Kenya. Our strategic collaboration with Microsoft, Intel, IBM, Oracle, and Google are going to be pursued from a similarly pro-tech, solution-oriented, opportunity-enhancing, and transformational standpoint. We have every intent of maximizing the wonderful chances that these companies have presented to radically enhance our service delivery capabilities in skills development and training, research and development, data management, semiconductor manufacturing, cloud platforms, and cybersecurity, as well as various sectoral interventions. Our efforts to strengthen bilateral trade relations between the US and Kenya through the Strategic Trade and Investment Partnership have begun to take shape. And as you heard Ambassador Whitman say, this is a process that we are engaged in, and we intend to conclude these negotiations and sign the first ever agreement between America and a country in our African continent.